I'm Joan Franzino, and not as strong as the others. I have two pieces to share with you all tonight, and one, I by the way, grew up in Fairfield County, Connecticut, Richtown, yeah. And I have two pieces, one from when I was a teenager, one from when I was a tween. And I'm starting with the teenage piece, 1982, 9th grade, and it's about hand signals that my girlfriends and I shared. And this is a particular entry in my diary where I was talking about one of my friends. A couple things you should know: we all just recently had gotten our periods, and we all liked the same boy named Jim. And one of the girls in our cliques was going out with Jim, and she was the envy of all of us. She was my best friend. Right. Back to Charlie. She is so nice, funny as hell, and très vivacious. We made up our own signal code along with Jeannie too. Okay, here goes. Appearing to slit both wrists with a finger from each hand means I have my period. Slitting both wrists and appearing to shoot yourself with your handshake and a gun finger is I have a tampon in. Flaring your nostrils is I need a pad or I have a pad in. Tugging on one ear means I love Jim. Tugging on two ears is I don't like him anymore. Sticking your finger in your ear means Jim hurt me bad today. Banging your flat, spread fingers hand means yes, affirmative, positive, you bet, correct, go. Making your hands move in the position like an umpire says he's safe is no, negative, wrong, stop. Make it go away. Making the peace sign next to your face while humming one note is signal to make up a signal, or signal to throw off anyone who thinks they know our signal. Closing your mouth and putting one finger on it while humming one note means you spit when you're talking, or I spit when I was talking, or somebody spit when they were talking. I'll probably make up more signals later. Oh, and yeah, mouthing the letters PP means prude preferable, which means stay near Jeannie when Jen is in a horny mood and he won't try anything she'll regret. Mouthing the letters PNP means prude not preferable, which means leave Jeannie and Jim alone because she's in a horny mood and she doesn't want anybody around. And those last signals are for Jeannie only. And oh yeah, one more that Jane, Jim, Charlie, and I know is make a fist, point the finger up, point the finger down, and that means, does my hair look okay? Do I look okay? And it's usually answered with this or this. Charlie and I will think more, and I'll tell you more later. This next piece is the tween piece, and it was written at age 11 and a half, 1979, which will possibly be apparent. It was written by my best friend Jeannie and I recited it, she wrote it down, she just had better handwriting. It's a Judy Blume forever inspired book that my mother found a couple of years later and it really killed me. Anyway, the heroine is a 9th grader named Rachel who dons spike-heeled candies, French jeans, silk shirts, her hair feathers back perfectly, her curls under just right, she drives a Corvette, and her parents just let her do anything, like let her boyfriend sleep over. It's called, well, this is chapter 3 of the book, A Never Forgotten Night. They're coming home from the beach, and here we go. She and I drove home in my car. It took us about 5 minutes longer than usual to get home, and as I drove in the driveway, I noticed neither of my parents' cars were there. Tom and I got out of the car and we walked into the kitchen. I saw a note on the table that said, "Dear Rachel, I hope you had fun today. Dad and I went up to the summer house for the weekend. Love, Mom." 9th grade. I turned to Tom and we both smiled and ran upstairs to my room. Tom dialed his phone number and told his mom that I didn't want to stay home alone, so he was going to stay with me. So Tom said, "I'll be back in a minute." "Okay," I said in my sexy voice. He left and went to the kitchen. I pulled off my bikini and put on a black see-through silk negligee. I opened the covers and jumped into my waterbed. Tom came back in his swimsuit, we took it off and replaced it with a towel. He jumped in bed with me, and we pulled the covers over our head. He grabbed me and pulled me close. He pulled the negligee up to my thighs, and I took it from there. And he pulled off his towel, and he pulled off my negligee. He opened his mouth really wide, and so did I. We fledged. And then it happened. I got excited, and so did he. I spread my legs as wide as they could go, and Tom got on top of me and asked me if I had my period today. No, I said. A sigh of relief came over me. Then he spread my legs even further and jumped on me and lay on top of me. He cupped his hands and put them on my breast, and we Frenched some more. Then I felt him trying to have intercourse with me. I immediately grabbed his hips and tried to push him in deeper into me. Open your legs more, he said. We struggled, but it felt good. About 2 minutes later, he came through. A sigh of relief came about his face. We pulled each other closer and closer. I love you, I said to him. I love you too, he said. I was glad he said that. He'd never said it to me before. As the night went on, we both seemed to be more relaxed, and I could feel him moving deeper and deeper into me. He groaned as he worked his way into me. Throughout the night, I seemed to want to be closer to him. He felt the same way. He, again, cupped his hands and placed them on my breasts. I felt one hand slither down to my vagina. I felt the urge to do the same. So I grabbed his penis and held it tightly. It was very hard. I heard him ask, "Do you want to try again?" All right. So I spread my legs as wide as they could go, much wider than before. Then, fell asleep, or I seemed to have forgotten it from then. When I woke up in the morning, it was so weird. My head was at the other end of the bed. My hands were around his hips, and my head between his legs. His head was at the head of the bed. His arms were around my legs, and his head between my legs. I couldn't understand how I got into this position, because I didn't remember a thing. I removed my legs from his arms and sat up in bed nude. He woke up. "Good morning," I said to him. "Morning," he said in a groggy voice. "I had fun last night." "A real blast," he said. I got up, put on my robe, and went down and made breakfast.